I think throughout your career, you've shown that you just care about people in general. Because whenever there's anything going on in the community, any kind of protest, outrage, or something like that, you're there, right? Whether it's Asian people or not. I mean, so I don't understand it. I think that tomorrow there could be an issue with something going on in the Latino community, and you would pull up in the support.
Absolutely. Absolutely, bro. Anything that happens to the Latino community, I'm involved. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's something that um comes to my attention, I'm a part of it. You know what I mean? I got so many brothers that are Puerto Rican, so many brothers that are Dominican, you know what I mean? So many brothers that are Mexican, you know what I'm saying? That, if anything was like that, I would be front and center. I'll be a part of that. I got so many black friends. Anything that happens that comes to my attention and that I feel like I could do something for, I always do it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not because I feel like, oh, I want people to know that I do it. I do it just to do it. I do it because you got to understand, I was raised in a different part of time. I was raised in a system when the system still had these morals and principles inside of it. It's crazy to say because, this is a system where, a lot of criminals are going into or whatever. But when I was coming up, there was always a sense of like respect and always a sense of morals and principles that was always at every helm was preached. Now, I'm not going to say that, it's the most like righteous place to be, you know what I'm saying? But there was righteousness in there, you know what I mean? I learned a lot of the stuff like helping elders and stuff. I learned that in prison, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like giving back. I learned that like a lot of these morals and principles I learned while I was in the system. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know. I used to be a part of the nation of gods and earths. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was a kid, when I was like in juvenile, you know what I'm saying? There was a lot of brothers there that was a part of the nations of God and earth, and they was taught that everybody that has melanin in their skin is considered to be black and came from the black originals, right? So and we were included. So when I went into these places when I was the only Asian person and everybody was black, they included me. They say, nah, bro, you black too. You know what I'm saying? You were black too. You just a different shade of black. Y'all all came from us. You know what I'm saying? So we all have melanin in our skin or whatever, and we're all original men. So I was taught that, and I was so thankful for those teachings because those teachings made me feel like I wasn't like alone. You know what I'm saying? Like those teachings included me. You know what I mean? So I was very thankful for those teachings, and I upheld those teachings. You know what I'm saying? Like, so how can I be racist when I was taught that the black man is God? You know what I'm saying? And amongst those teachings, I am considered a black man. That's what those teachings taught me. You know what I'm saying? That everybody that is not white is a part of the original black family. That's what the teachings taught me. You know what I'm saying? And it included me. So I always looked at it like, okay, we the same. We the same. You know what I mean? And they told me, he's like, yo, bro, look at your nose. You don't have a white man's nose. You know what I'm saying? Your nose looks like my nose. So I'm looking, I'm like, yeah, how many, these black people told me, they was like, yo, how many Chinese people look like, if the bone structure, if there's no more skin, you just look at the skin, you won't be able to tell or if you're black or Asian. You know what I'm saying? So like, that was taught to me, like, you know what I mean? That we have a lot more in common than we actually think. You know what I'm saying? So,
who else said that was Lord Jamar on Vlad TV. He said that how we have like similar features, right? He said
Lord
like
Jamar knows. He's a part of the 5% Nation. He knows. You know what I mean? But we're talking about the 80s, the 90s. We're talking about that time when those teachings was taught. Those teachings aren't taught anymore, so a lot of people don't really know. But you got to understand, man. Like, a lot of times, man, we're being used as pawns, and we don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? We're being you got to look at it like a lot of times, like, and I explain this. I'm gonna explain this again. You know what I'm saying? When I was in prison, there would be 2 to 3 thousand inmates in one jail. One jail, 2 to 3 thousand inmates, and only 200 officers control 2 to 3 thousand inmates. How do you do that? You know what I'm saying? How do you do that? You got to control. You have to control. And for you to control, you have to divide. It's the only way to do it. You can't have 2,000 people together versus 200 people. You can't. There's no way. You know what I'm saying? But if you divide them, if you say, okay, these people over here, boom, 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 and then you do certain things to make them go at it, they're gonna be so divided that they won't even be thinking about coming together to do anything to me. You know what I'm saying? Because they're too busy fighting each other. So that was a tactic that I saw that prisons was using. You know what I'm saying? And they do it out here too. Facts. They do it out here
the government.
Too. So
government, society. Yep.
Government, I don't know, somebody who powers that be. So now what I'm saying is sometimes you just, you got to look at why are we beefing so much? Like, what is it? You know what I mean? And I said something before that triggered a lot of Black people. You know what I'm saying? And I want to, take this opportunity. And this is what I said, right? It was clipped. What I said was clipped. They took it from what I was saying was anybody who supports Charleston White and what he says in terms of raping all Asian women and children. Why are y'all so upset? Are y'all upset? Are y'all that upset that y'all want to kill all of us because we don't give y'all extra duck sauce? Are y'all upset because we give you an attitude when we're fixing your toes? Like, is that the reason why that y'all want to rape and pillage our people? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was talking just to the people that supports what Charleston White was saying. And I was like, yo, it doesn't make sense. Why are y'all so upset? We've never really done nothing to y'all like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's been tension. But not to this extent. Have you ever just stopped and wondered why? That, all of a sudden, why this is so prevalent now? You know what I'm saying? Why have you ever stopped and thought like, damn, there's so much tension, worldly tension, that has nothing to do with us, but now all of a sudden there's so much tension between us. You know what I'm saying? And, you just got to stop and think sometimes, man. Sometimes we're being pushed as pawns and we don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we allow the blindfold to blind us and we can't even see all the other bullshit that's being played. We're just reacting solely on emotions, solely on that. Now, I want to apologize to anybody that took offense to what I said because it was clipped. Like I said, it was clipped. And also the part that I said that Charleston, anybody that supports Charleston White's rhetoric about killing all Asian women and children, I was asking them that question, not all Black people. And anybody that saw that clip and felt offended by it, I apologize. That's not what I meant to say. You know what I'm saying? And my energy was a little different too. It was just because I was being attacked from all these different places and just me having to be an Asian man and I have to fight all the time with different people, racist people coming at me with race stuff. I was just frustrated. You know what I'm saying? And anybody that's ever like been frustrated, y'all know, y'all can relate to y'all saying something that, could be taken out of context. You know what I'm saying? That you really don't mean, but because of the frustration and everything that's been going on, you might say something that you really don't, that's not the message you want to put out. And I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? And that happened to me on that situation. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, I didn't mean for it to be taken like that. That's definitely not what I meant to say. You know what I'm saying? And that's definitely not how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Because it's impossible for me to feel like that. Like, I have so much respect and admiration for the black people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, most of the stuff that I've learned as a man, I learned from black people. That's what makes me so different. That's what makes me so different as, a Asian person. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, so yeah.